here's your December workout. So we're going to get started with jogging on the spot. So I want you just to get on. I'm just going to start the timer so I've got an idea of how long we're going to do each exercise. So just jog on the spot. Make sure, guys, that you've got your water nearby and maybe a towel nearby as well. I'm using, you can ignore the bell, that's just for me. I'm using a mat on the floor because this is a concrete floor, so not very comfortable. But you guys can do it on your carpet in your living room, or if you've got a comfortable rug or whatever, you can use that. Otherwise, use a mat because your knees and stuff, it's not very nice on the floor. So just keep jogging on the spot. Light on your feet, stay around the balls of your feet. Don't want to be smacking your feet down here. Okay, now slightly lift your knees up a little bit. So not too high yet. You're going to lean yourself into this rather than leaning back. So come forward, just using your core muscles a little bit more. So remember, on a warm-up, you want to gradually get warm. You don't want to just go hard and fast and you'll risk hurting your muscles, pulling your muscles, injuring yourself. Okay, now kickbacks. Heels to your bottom and lean forward a little bit on this one. Light touch on the balls of your feet again. So we're going to do a bit of a mix of all the exercises that we're going to do this month. Whole body workout today. Okay, let's do some squats. So feet just wider than hip distance. Push your bum back and come up. I want you to all start thinking about your core. I know that Tracy and I always say, core tight, is your core tight? Let's make sure you're strong. But it's because it's so important. If you haven't got it tight and your posture's naff, you just end up like this and it'll really hurt your back. So make sure you stay nice and tall. Pull your pelvis in, so rock up. Okay, we're going to keep going with squats on this. So push your bottom right back and down. Now a few of you might be doing something like this. And you might be using your upper body a bit too much. So what I want you to do is get a chair behind you and just sit down on the chair, and you'll see that your chest stays up. And you can keep that chair with you if you feel like you're tipping forward. And also, guys, when you have the session with us, just make sure you ask us. Okay, gonna jog on the spot again, a little bit quicker this time. We're here for you to ask. We'll send you extra videos if you need, and we'll give you some more advice in the sessions if you feel like it's hurting or something doesn't feel quite right. Or also if you feel like you're doing okay, but you just need that confirmation. So jogging on the spot. Your breathing should be a little bit heavier by now. Okay, high knees. Let's go a bit higher than last time. So lifting them right up, chest comes forward slightly. Okay, and kickbacks. So heel towards your bottom. Keep your knees down on this one. And arms up by your side, just gently moving them, pumping them at the sides. Okay, let's do some squats. So I like arms going forwards as you go down. Some people do this, that's fine, as long as you don't end up tipping forward like that and you lose the squat. So make sure you've got the squat there. And also, guys, make sure your knees are in line with your toes. A lot of the time we get this. Us ladies tend to have hips that roll in. We're just going to keep going with squats and the knees go that way, but I want you to just to try and push the knees out to your toes. That'd be a lot nicer for your joints. Keep going with these squats a little bit longer. Okay, have a little drink, guys. So we're just going to do some plank walk downs that we normally do at the beginning of each session. Really nice mobility move, but I want you to take your time. Very often I see people rush these and you might end up just hurting your back slightly, jarring your neck, so I just want you to be careful. Chin down to your chest, slowly roll down. Now if you're flexible, you might be able to keep your legs straight. But if you feel tightness there and your legs start shaking, I want you to soften your knees. It's not a bad thing to do that. But then when you walk out, I want you to try and straighten the legs. Hold it here for a second. Now what I don't want you to do is this. I don't want you to dip down there. Lift up in a plank, and then you're going to push back and walk back in. See how slowly I'm going? Chin is still into the chest. Slowly roll up, little shoulder roll at the top. Let's do it again. This time we're going to add in some knee tucks. So 10 knee tucks, 5 on each side. Just bring the knee into the chest. Make sure your shoulders stay over your wrists. And then walk back in. See a lot of bums in the air on that one. So make sure you keep bottom down in a plank position. This time you're just going to do the twist knee tuck so that the knee goes to the opposite elbow. Twist, twist, twist. And back in. You should have started to feel that in your tummy, especially those twist knee tucks. You should have started to feel it across and maybe at the side a little bit. So what we're going to start with is some falling press-ups, because I know that a lot of you do press-ups on your knees, and I've seen a lot of you do an amazing job on your knees. This is how you're going to improve them a little bit so you can get up onto your toes. Even if you try a couple on your toes and then you need to go down to your knees, that's fine, but this is really going to help your muscles get bigger and improve the movement of the press up. So have a little drink and then we'll go into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is be in press up position on the floor, hands at your shoulder height, not up at your face. See a lot of people with their elbows up, it's just going to hurt your shoulders, you're going to pull something. So bring your hands down, big space between your ears and your shoulders, and then we're just going to fall down. We're not even going to do the press up part. So we're going to do 10. You can do them with me if you like. Some of you might find that you go a little bit quicker, but I'll show you some variations. Okay, so hands on the floor. What I want you to try is on your toes, and I want you to try all the way down, like that. Now, if you're on your knees at the moment, you can try it on your knees and go down like that. Okay, so I'm going to start on my toes. If I can't quite manage it on my toes, I'll bring my knees down and come all the way down. Okay, so that's 3. Obviously this gets a little bit harder as you go on, so you might find you go a little bit quicker, you might have a bit more of a break. You can pause me if you need. So the get up is just bringing your knees up, not worrying about your arm strength there. Slow, steady, all the way down. I think that's about 6. So remember on your knees, same thing. Please get the chest down first. Easier for some than others. If you want to try the toes, start on your toes, then come down to your knees. I'll do one more. Start with the toes, coming down to my knees, all the way down. So that has really warmed my arms up. I really feel that. I feel that in my chest a little bit as well. You might feel it on your triceps. but make sure your hands are wide, just wide, I've gone as wide as my mat, which is fine for me. You might want to try a little bit wider. See what works for you, but you can do 10 in total. Okay, now we're going to do some interval stuff. So we're going to go with squat jacks, which are these, wide and together, wide and together. So you do a squat landing and then together, like that. Then you're going to do diamond press ups. I'm going to do these on my knees. They're when your hands are like this in a diamond and your elbows go sort of out and down towards your sides. Then single leg bridges. We're going to do each leg, so hamstring bridges. We've probably done double legs with us before. And then shoulder press ups with your bottom in the air. So what I'm going to do is just go through all of them with you. We'll do 3 sets, but the first set is really just to get you used to the movement. And then the second and third set, you can go a little bit harder and faster. So you've got 10 seconds. First move is a squat and then feet together, okay? Go for it. We're going to do 30 seconds of each. So soft landing wide, and then it's like a little star jump in the middle. 2 from the side. Again, try not to collapse here. Make sure your bottom goes low. Nearly there? Okay, straight into diamond press ups. I'm going to do it on my knees. I want you to keep going, guys, if you've got this. So yeah, diamond really is just below your chest. You might not be able to go very low, but keep moving. Okay, onto your backs, straight into left leg in the air and right leg hamstring bridges. When you come down, guys, you tap down. You don't relax and then go up. You just tap and then push. You should feel this on the back of your right leg or whatever foot is on the floor. You're using those glutes, the bum and the hamstrings to lift up. Okay, swap sides. You might find that one side's easier than the other. Oh, and guys, I like to get my hands out of the way because if you've got them on the floor, you might find that you're using your arms a bit there, and this will really challenge your balance. So you can have your arms up, crossed, whatever. Now focus on squeezing your butt cheek at the top. Squeeze, squeeze. Good, now shoulder press ups. So this one's a little tricky, but it's nice once you get into it. Your bum's in the air, and then you bend your arms and push. Bend your arms, push. Keep going if you can, guys. If you're not so flexible and your legs can't go straight, that's fine. Look, I can do a soft knees. Bend and push. So you kind of rock forward but diagonally. Good. Have a little break now, guys. Getting a bit hot now, so the top's coming off. Okay, so we're going to go through that again. Squat, jump, and then together. Squat, jump, and then together. And then we'll go into the other 3 exercises. Now you know what you're going to do. Please just keep going. If I'm talking, I'm making sure that if you're struggling with the harder ones, there's a little modification that you can do. So just carry on with what you're doing, okay? Go. Go low. And go faster if you can. Stay facing forward, so you're not tempted to tilt. Nearly there. Straight into diamond press up, so I'm going to fold my mat up from my knees. Okay. We don't have a break between exercises, just like your sessions. Now it's very tempting here to do this, and have your head down. But I want you to just keep your chin away from your chest, free up the neck, let the arms do the work. And the core, obviously. Right, on your back, hamstring bridges. You might find that you start doing it and your foot's not quite in the right position. So just move it and then carry on. Okay, switch legs. So you can have this knee bent or straight. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's a little bit harder for me on this leg. You might find the same. But make sure you're focusing on squeezing your butt cheek at the top. Oh. Good, now shoulder press ups, bottom in the air, hands about shoulder distance, bend and push. Oh, your arms should be feeling this. Keep breathing, guys. Good. Stand up, just shake it all out, have a break. We're going to do that one more time. Always have your water nearby. Stay hydrated. Okay, so in 10 seconds we're going to do the squat landings and the feet together. One more set of each exercise. So if you feel like you haven't worked hard enough yet, then this is the time, this is the set to do it on. Okay, wide together, wide together. Just push it that bit further. Nearly there. Diamond press up, straight into it, guys. Don't wait for me. Breathe with each one. So your elbows kind of go diagonally back, not quite close to your sides, not like the tricep press ups. Again, on this one, you might have to fiddle around with your hand position. Okay, hamstring bridges. One foot on the floor, squeeze your bum. Switch legs. Straight into it, guys. Do not take any more time than you need just to switch sides. Squeeze your butt cheek. Feel the backs of your legs working. Always think about the muscles you're working when you're doing an exercise. Otherwise, you might not feel it there. It's funny how your mind works. Oh. Good, shoulder press ups, then a break. So legs in the air, bums in the air. See how I'm kind of rocking forward, my heels are coming up slightly and then back down. Up slightly, then back down. My whole body's rocking, but what I want you to focus on is that head facing the feet. You're not up like this because you'll end up doing a proper press up. Good. Have a rest. Okay. So with those shoulder press ups, shoulder press when you've got a dumbbell in your hand, 2 dumbbells, is like this. So you're pushing up. It's exactly the same with the shoulder press up with your bums in the air. So think about that. If it feels a little bit strange to you to do that, which it might the first time you do it, it did for me, just think about what would the movement be with something above my head. It's exactly the same. And you can ask us that again in class if you need to. Okay. Few deep breaths, guys, but please keep moving your feet and your arms around. We're going to do 3 new exercises. Pendulum, which is balance on one leg, wide knee tucks, and back lunges with a bit of a pulse and a bit of a knee up. So with the balanced in legs, we're going to have to do 30 seconds on each leg to make it fair. The pendulum, while you're just still having your rest, is when you're balanced on one leg, and I might wobble on this, it's not a bad thing if you wobble, everyone's going to wobble when they balance. It might be that you'll be able to nail it on one leg and the other leg's harder, that's fine. So stand on one leg, this leg kicks back and your upper body comes forward and then you come back. Some of you are going to be able to get as lower than others, but I'd rather you get the form right than try and get really low. It's about your leg and your upper body working as one, so it's not like your leg's down here and then your upper body's down here. So that's the first exercise. Then you're going to do wide knee tucks. You can either do them on your hands, so it's wide, your knee goes out to your shoulder, or elbows, wide, wide. I'll do a mixture of both so you can see and you can decide. And then you're going to do back lunge with 4 pulses and then your knee up. So you stand forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, knee up. We're going to do 30 seconds on one, 30 seconds on the other. So you should have had a chance to have a bit of a breather and a drink. Let's go for it. So we're going to do 30 seconds on your standing on your right leg for pendulum, then 30 seconds on the left, okay? Okay. Don't move too quick on this. Use your arms for balance. And think about using these glutes, these bottom muscles, to lift that leg up. You're probably going to feel it on this right leg, the standing leg. It's probably going to be burning, but that's a good thing, it's working. If you need a chair next to you just to hold on to, that's fine. Now go to the other leg. Ooh. Hold on to something if you need. But don't let that put you off your form. Okay, straight into wide knee tucks, guys. Go for it. So wide, wide, wide. This is on your hands, but you can do it on your elbows. It's exactly the same. It's a bit harder to keep your bum low on this elbow one. You really feel the abs on this. Okay, stand up, stand forward, straight back, 2, 3, 4, knee up. 3, 4. Do it in your own pace, guys. So you should feel it on the front of this leg. And a bit on this leg. Okay, switch legs. Knee up. Knee up. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay, just shake it off, guys. We'll do another set of these. So shake your legs. We're going to go back to pendulum. So standing on your right leg. Have a drink if you need. And your muscles should be feeling this now. Okay, so if you're wobbling too much on that last one, you won't get any reps in. I'd recommend to get a chair, just have it on your right side when you're balancing on your right leg. There's no embarrassment in that, that's fine. I use my arms to help balance, and sometimes, some days, your balance just doesn't want to play ball, so it's worth having something there so you can actually move. I lost my balance a bit there, that's okay. Okay, switching legs. I'm working on trying not to lift my right hip up too high. I want to keep my hips level. So it's a big stretch out from the crown of my head to my heel. Okay, wide knee touch, straight into it, guys. I prefer my hands on this one, but elbows are fine because I know your wrists get a bit sore after doing this one. Now, is your bottom in line? Are you parallel to the floor? A lot of you will be doing this. Be honest with yourself, guys. Are you doing this? If so, rock forward. Shoulders over your wrists. And push your foot back to where it was. A lot of the time we do it too close. Okay, back lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee up. We haven't got long on this one. Okay, straight away with the other leg. Knee up. If you don't want the knee up, if your balance is a bit dodgy, you don't have to do the knee up. And stop. Good, have a drink. After that one, we've got one thing left. It's a Tabata. So I'm just going to change the timer and we're going to do one exercise. 20 seconds of that exercise, 10 seconds off, 8 times in total. I'll show you the variations before we start. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do 20-10 Tabata, 20 seconds. It's called plank kick through, okay? So I'm just going to move the mat forward a bit. I don't want to be doing it on the mat with my feet because I'm going to get a little bit caught up. I might trip over a bit. So you're going to be in plank position on your hands, and what you're going to do is to the side, to the side. Now you don't have to pick that arm up if you don't want to. You can do it like this and this, okay? I'll do it from a diagonal position so you can see a bit better. Okay, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay, so you tap, tap. For those of you who can, arms Now don't rush it. I want quality without the hands. Okay, have a rest. You've only got 10 seconds, guys, so this is where you can really work as hard as possible. It's only 20 seconds worth, then you have that breather. Okay. I can really swivel my feet on this floor. If you're on the carpet, it might not be so easy. Nearly there. Oh, I'm feeling that on my inner thighs, on my sides, on my arms. It's a good whole body one. Okay, get ready? Keep going. Okay, for those of you who have really sore wrists, I'm just going to show you what you can do on your elbows. So same sort of move, but keep going, guys, if you can. It's the same thing, but you won't be able to get your bottom as low. And you'll have to bend the knee a little bit, okay? I hope you're carrying on, guys. Well done, have a break. Whew. Should be hot now. Muscles should all be tired and warm. Okay, go. I want you all to go at your own pace. This is about you. See how I just lifted my hand up there? Careful not to do that, guys. I want flat hands. Sometimes you just can't help yourself, but remind yourself. Twist. Have a break. Okay, that was number 5, so you've got 3 more to do. You ready? So remember, without the hands. I think that's harder, but then you've got the balance. Stop. And you might start to feel like I'm sure you saw me do then, although you shouldn't be watching me too much at the moment, you should be doing your own thing. Go for it. Your form starts to fail slightly, but I want you to try to keep your core tight. Movement's a bit slower if you need. Arm right up if you can. Oh. Stop. 1 more to go, and then we're going to stretch. Whew. Okay. Few more seconds. Lovely. Okay, guys, stop now. Just going to turn off the beeper. Right, I want you to grab your water. Roll your shoulders. Have a drink. Okay, I want you all to stand with your feet wide. You can pause this if you need a bit more just walking around breathing time. Bring your arms up and breathe in, and then down. Again. Okay, guys. Feet are going to be wider than your hips. You're going to push forward, and you should start to feel that in your hamstrings, so the back of your legs, back of your thighs. Come down as far as you can. If you need to soften your knees at that point, that's fine. You'll still be able to feel that. Head relaxed. And then you're going to lean your upper body to one leg. So I'll show you from the front. Stay down if you can, guys, don't come up and down. Hold it on one leg and you should feel it on the back of that one leg. And the other side. Back to the middle. Soften your knees and just roll up, reaching your arms forward. So, do you feel like you've had a workout? If that's your first time, you might have just been getting used to the exercises, and next time you do it, you can work that little bit harder because you know what you're doing. You don't have to stop and watch what I'm doing. And that's the most important thing really, and with your sessions as well, make sure you're working hard enough for you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Sometimes it really helps to have that little bit of competition and maybe seeing if you can, you know, catch up with the person next to you, but always make sure that you are working hard, because your hard might be someone else's easy. Your easy, you know, it depends on who you are, what your levels are. It doesn't matter as long as you're working to your maximum. Roll your shoulders back. Now you can hold on to something. I'd always recommend to lean onto something to do your quad stretch, because I don't want you to worry too much about the balance. I want you to think about the stretch. So focus on that. Knees together, push your hips forward slightly, and you should feel that on the front of that bent leg. Take some deep breaths. Okay, and swap sides. So hips forward, knees together. And careful here as well, just going to wiggle around, not to dip your hip like this. We will get a bit lazy and do that, but I want you to lift the hip back up so your hips are in line rather than this one sort of sagging down and that one pushing out to the side. That would be a better stretch. 3 shoulder rolls back, and you guys are done. So well done. Next time work a little bit harder. If this is your second, third, fourth time, did you work harder that time? Do you find your muscles are working harder and that they're getting warmer and you're getting a bit more hot and sweaty? Is there anything you need to chat to Tracy or I about? Because you can, and we'll help you with the exercise. We'll make sure it works for you. Have a great day, guys, and well done.